You know, that never gets old, hearing those first gobbles of the spring. How you doing? We got about 2 weeks left before our turkey season opens here, and I got out here before the sun come up to listen for gobblers gobbling from the roost at dawn. But, you know, I didn't just wander out here and pick any old hilltop to listen for birds and hope I get lucky and hear some. There's a little more to scouting turkeys than that. So why don't you come along with me? I'm going to try to offer some tips that may help you be more successful this spring in turkey woods. And that all starts about 6 weeks before the season opens, looking for turkey scratch. Turkey scratch can tell you more than just that turkeys are using the area. It can also clue you to their direction of travel and let you know that you've chosen a good hill to listen from in the morning. As turkeys move and scratch along, they scratch up the leaves, leaving them in their wake. So it can give you a direction of travel, letting you know that the turkeys are moving up this way. Here we go, here we go. As I'm making my way up this 2-track, I'm almost at the top, and the woods are thickening up on either side of me with a lot of briars and blowdowns as opposed to the open hardwoods I was in. And I'm starting to see the sides of this 2-track all scratched up, and I'm finding a lot of real fresh turkey drops. So I found this little field, this little opening here, right up at the end of that 2-track I was following, almost at the top of the hill. There's turkey droppings here, and there is scratching along the edge of the field. Now, this would be a good place to hunt, with the exception of, I don't want to walk right out here in the open in the morning. A lot of times, old Tom will roost up in a tree right near a field and watch the field to see if hens come out in the morning. And if I walk out here in this opening, he's going to see me. So I'm going to have to pick a more secluded location back in the timber. More droppings up here at the top. Real fresh, real fresh. I like to find that here in this thicker woods, because even though the birds are still flocked up at this early stage of the game in their winter flocks, the hens will be seeking thicker cover to nest in. That nesting cover is something hen turkeys seek out to include as part of their spring range, and it's very important to them to find that to keep their nest safe from predators. It will usually be heavily overgrown hardwoods with a lot of second growth, briars, and blowdowns. It could be an overgrown field. One of the features you want to look for when you're picking a property to hunt turkeys on is, does it have good nesting cover? Ideally, close to that, you will have a forested opening or an open agricultural field where they can go and feed after they come off the roost. You'll also want to have a nearby water source. You can find those 3 things, you should find turkey sign. If you're not finding turkey sign, move on to another area. Now, hearing those birds on the roost isn't quite the final step in finding a good spot for your turkey hunt. I'm not just going to come out here, oh, I heard them on the roost, they're in there, I'm going to come back in 2 weeks and kill them. No. You'll notice it's mid-morning, I'm still out here in the woods. What you want to do is you want to stay in the woods and follow that bird's progress through the mid-morning hours. Typically, turkeys will fly off the roost, move through the woods to the opening or field where they're going to feed, and the toms will display and breed the hens. There's several problems, especially on public land, hunting birds in the open fields. Most of the hunters hunt field edges. You're going to have competition. People want to see the turkeys, and that can be a problem if you've got several hunters competing for a bird. Birds will go out in the field and display and gobble a lot at your calls, but they won't come in because they want the hens to come out in the field and join them. That's the way nature has planned turkey breeding. The hens go to the toms. Plus, if you're calling to a bird in a field and he's gobbling his full head off at every noise you make, you could attract other hunters from the surrounding area, and that would interfere with your hunt as well. Where you want to get it done is back in the woods on that travel corridor the bird takes from the roost to the opening. You try to pull him in with your calls before he gets to the field. You'll have a lot more success turkey hunting. Click on the thumbnails provided to join us on a few successful turkey hunts from days past, and be sure to click on our logo to subscribe to us on YouTube so you won't miss any of our future videos.